Hey friends, it's Lee. Welcome back to my channel and to this first video of 2025. So I hope you all had a good Christmas and a fantastic New Year. Personally, I was in bed by 11:30 p.m. On New Year's Eve. It was a good Christmas, low-key. Started Christmas Day with parkrun, then went to visit my parents, went and had a few drinks with my friend, then back to my parents for supper and bed. Then spent Boxing Day with other friends and their kids. So it was really nice. And then New Year's Eve, we went out for food, got home about 10 p.m. and I was like, sit down, have a drink. So had a cheeky gin, I was doing my jigsaw, a bit of reading. I was doing my jigsaw and then it was 11 p.m. and I was tired and I thought, do I force myself to stay up till midnight or do I just go to bed, read? And yeah, so I read about 11:30. I was like, oh, I've had enough. I'm off to sleep. So off to sleep I did. And then New Year's Day parkrun the weather was horrendous. That was really miserable. But it was a great start of the day. My friend and I then went to see Nosferatu. So all in all, it was a great day. And yes, so now on to order of business. Do have quite a big basket of both warmings and diffusings. I've also now populated my home fragrance inventory spreadsheet that Martha's Fragrance Corner, I think, kindly put together for people to use. So I'll come on to that at the end, because I also have a friend mail package from Melissa that was due today, but then when I checked tracking, it says it was due for delivery by 9 p.m. today, but then when you go into it, it said it's delayed by one business day. So I don't know whether that means tomorrow or Monday, because UPS do deliver on a Saturday, but I don't know if they class that as a business day. Don't know. So that will probably be my next video of this month. So without further ado, I will go through these. I have actually managed to finish up a few bits. And when I was doing my home fragrance inventory spreadsheet, because I only ever tracked Scentsy bars before, I have now added literally all my wax. All the wax. And boy, is there a lot of wax. Too much wax. Oh, so much wax. But that aside, it was a bit of an eye-opener, and I realised that I have far more wax than I need. Not to the point where I'm like, ooh, I'll sell it, but just to the point where I'm like, ooh, I don't need more. So I know that there is some incoming from Melissa. Excuse me, and I know that there is actually some on its way. I placed an order for some fragrance oil from the Essence Vault, and they had some wax bars which I added on as well. So I'm just trying to sort this wax into Scentsy, non-Scentsy, vendor, retail, etc. So forgive me while I do that. But you know, just catching up. Hope you all had a good Christmas and New Year. Let me know down in the comments what you got up to. Did you stay in New Year? Did you go out and get hammered? Any New Year's resolutions? I personally, I've decided I'm not doing New Year's resolutions. I just think you kind of set yourself up for failure when you do that. I much prefer kind of having goals in mind, and just like little challenges. I've dropped some bits on the floor, so I'll just grab those and I will be back. Right, I've grabbed those few bits off the floor. Yeah, so I don't have any New Year's resolutions. I do have a few goals I would like to achieve this year. I would like to read more, make more of an effort to read. Because I'm terrible. I'll sit down and do my jigsaw puzzle or put the TV on, and then think I'll go to bed and read. But by the time I get to bed, I'm too tired to read. So I want to make more of an effort to read. And I put weight on, which it's not a New Year's resolution. I just need to get my arse in gear and get the weight off, especially as I'm going on holidays in 7 days. I'm going over to Spain, only 3 days, 2 nights. But then I'm going to Portugal for a week in February and Milan for a long weekend in March. So I do have a few things coming up that I want to get back into my small clothes for. So anyway, those ramblings aside, I will crack on, and I'll start with the scentsy ones just because I did warm a bit of my brick. So I thought, well, that's a good place to start. So I'll just move these oils out of my basket to then put these in. So I warmed through some maraschino sugar cookie. So this is sugar cookie dough baked with vanilla and drizzled in a sweet maraschino cherry glaze. And I absolutely love this one. It's so good. Oh, love it. Love, 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 love it. Then I finished up my bar of Rum Pum Plum, which I've had since November 2023. So this is sweet plum jam and vanilla sugar in a flaky buttery crust will have you singing a delicious melody. And this one, I like it. I think sweet plum pastry is nicer, but I did enjoy warming it. Probably, well, no, I wouldn't rebuy it. Then I warmed through some Pretty in Plaid. So this is juniper berries jive with minty fresh wintergreen, festive pine and bright cranberries. And I think I like this bar, but I imagine this is a love it or hate it bar, as it is quite in your face. Then I warmed through some Wild for Fall. So this is take in towering Douglas fir while Satsuma, mandarin and golden sunflower add a new twist to your autumn adventure. Now, I'm not overly keen on this one. It's not one I would repurchase. I don't know what it is about it. Don't know if it's the wintergreen or what. But there's just something I'm not a fan of. Then I finished off my bar of ocean air and coconut water. So this is coconut water and white driftwood join carefree ocean air for a perfect day on the shore. And this is really nice. I really like this one. And this is one that I would repurchase at some point in the future. So yes, there was that. I finished off a bar of marshmallow mint. So this is buttermint and marshmallow make merry beneath an amber veil. And I'm sold at amber. Anything with amber in, I'm sold. And it is like a Murray mint. If you know the Murray mint sweet, that's what it reminds me of. Then I finished off my bar of Huckleberry Hideaway. So this is fresh picked huckleberry, mountain violet and crisp white woods create the perfect retreat. When I first had this, I wasn't a fan. It grew on me. Would I repurchase it? Probably not. Just because there are so many out there that it's not like up there in my repurchase wish list. Then I warmed through some Sleigh Ride. So this is Journey Through the Snow Amid Crisp Air, Fallen Fir Needle and a Touch of Tart Cranberry. And this was nice. I did enjoy this one. And you notice now that all of my bars and waxes now have little dots on. They are basically to indicate that they've been added to my home fragrance spreadsheet, just so that if I've got some that are new, I know that they need to be added on, especially if I end up just shoving them in the cupboard and forgetting. But like this one didn't, because I finished up before I added it, before I did finish my inventory spreadsheet. So anyway, rambling. Finished off my bar of Marvel 9 Realms. So this is a heroic mix of lime zest and blue tea. Keeps you connected to the universe, while lavender lightning really packs a punch. Love this one. I've loved that one since the day I first melted it. It's just a great scent. Then I warmed through some eggnog from this year's or last year's Scents of the Season. So this is warm, spicy tones of nutmeg, rum and cream. And it's really nice. And I know I said I thought it would mix well with spiced eggnog. I just didn't get around to it because I was trying to finish off some other bars. But really enjoyed this one. Don't think I enjoyed it as much as spiced eggnog. We've never had spiced eggnog in the UK. So this was a suitable second or suitable replacement. Then last of the Scentsy waxes, I warmed through my beloved Disney Season of Magic. Full 2 bars on Christmas Eve throughout the house. Smelt wonderful. So this is sugar crystals and frosty icicles twinkle and shine over sweet pine and wild berries, filling the air with magic. It's so good. I bought 4 bars this year, so last year. So 2 bars for last year, 2 bars for this year for Christmas. So I've got those in stock ready. So that's the Scentsy, and now on to the non-Scentsy. I will do retail first because I have far more vendor wax than retail, so we'll just do retail next. Sorry, I realised that I haven't had a huge amount to drink today and I'm really thirsty. So, warmed through some Sensationals Warm Cottage, my own fairy tale. There are no scent notes to this, but it's in the woods category. And it is nice. I really like this one. So there was that. Then I finished off my bar of Sensationals Cider House Donuts. And this is Donut Worry. And yeah, it's just like a appley, donutty scent. Then I warmed through some DD, Darcy and David Christmas Morning. So this is from Hobby Lobby. And this is Fir Balsam, Clove and Mandarin. And yeah, another really pleasant one. Probably wouldn't purchase it. I mean, next time I'm in the US, I wouldn't seek out a Hobby Lobby to buy more. But it was nice on warming. This one, on the other hand, again, Hobby Lobby's Darcy and David, was roasted pumpkin. And this is grilled harvest pumpkin and charred firewood. Sorry, grilled harvest pumpkin with charred firewood and red ginger. And this one is actually in the child there. And this is one I would seek out. Again, it's such a nice scent. And then last of the retail waxes, we have Better Homes and Gardens Candy Cane and Citrus. And this is peppermint, vanilla, winter spice, citrus and woodland berry scent notes. And this is a strange one. I enjoyed it, but to me, I only really got the mint. Maybe the vanilla, but certainly no spice or berries, or I don't even think any citrus. But you know, each nose knows different scents, so may just be that I just couldn't pick up, whereas someone else might come along and go, oh, that's really citrusy, you know. And I'm aware that this is possibly going to be a longish video because we're already up to like 16 minutes and there's not much to edit out. So now I'm on to the render waxes. Excuse me, and in no particular order, because some of these are from Melissa and some are ones I've bought. So first up, I had a sample of a spoonful of sugar from the Wax Mouse, and this doesn't have any scent notes, but it was a sweet, slightly fruity, mostly just a generic sweet scent. It was nice. I had in a tea light warmer. Then I finished up my little packet of Sassy Girl Aromas, A Daughter's First Love, and this is Smoky Oud, Sweet Resin, Rich and Creamy Sandalwood. So most of these, I think, I would say the majority of these are ones I'd say 2/3 of ones I've had from Melissa. So maybe I actually forget that I've done the Wax Mouse, because I will do the ones that I had first before I do the ones off Melissa. So, oh yeah, no. So first up is a spoonful of sugar from the Wax Mouse, and this was a sweet, generic sweet scent, slightly fruity, very nice. Finished off my Shoreline Stroll from Fox and Flame, and this is, there's no scent notes, but it was slightly salty, sea air type scent. I think there's like a creaminess to it too. But that was really nice. Then also from Fox and Flame, I finished up my Yuletide clamshell. And this is like orange and clove and winter spices. Really nice. Then I used up a full bar of A Christmas Wish from Milo Candles. And this was nice. Slightly piney, wintry scent, but it was nice. I used 1 cube of Magical Christmas Time from Milo Candles, and this is nice. It's quite light, but I just used 1 cube in a tea light warmer. Then again, Milo Candles Main Street Coffee. So this is a rich, dark, full-bodied roast coffee fragrance with a hint of cream and a dusting of cocoa. And this is nice. I did find it didn't perform very well in Scentsy warmers, but in a hot plate warmer, it worked well. So I think maybe because hot plate warmers get hotter than the Scentsy light bulb, so it didn't work in the light bulb one, but in my Polar Panorama it did. So that was nice. And then lastly, from Callan Candles was Jingle Bell. Now this has gone really light, so this is going to go in my little pile to finish off this month. Then on to the vendor waxes that I had off Melissa. I finished off a pink gumdrops. So this is sparkling sugared berries with pink cotton candy, healthy sprinkle of magical fairy dust. And this one, it was really light in the packet, but it really performed quite well. Though I had it in a tea light warmer, so that could have helped the performance. But that was really nice, enjoyed that. That was from Sassy Girl Aroma. Actually well, not all of them, but this next bunch is from Sassy Girl Aroma. And this is A Daughter's First Love, which is smoky oud, sweet resin, rich and creamy sandalwood. And this was really nice. Really enjoyed this one. So that's that. Then I did a bit of Black Cat, which is blackberry, cider lane and marshmallow fireside. And this is actually quite a strange one, because to me it doesn't smell like any of those three things, but combined it's such a nice scent. I did some Favourite Holiday. So this is a citrus blend of grapefruit, orange, lemon, mandarin, eucalyptus, fir needle, fresh pine, cinnamon stick and cloves, pomegranate, vanilla and fresh cut cedar. So a whole bunch of things going on in this one. But to me, you read it and you think that will never work. But it's so nice. I did really like this. And then lastly from Sassy Girl is Winter Biscuits. So as you can see, I only warmed 2 of these. But this is really nice too. And this is the sweet scent Christmas baking permeates the home with warm hints of cinnamon, buttery pastries, gingerbread cookies and patchouli. And yeah, love that one. Then on to Zape. This is one that Melissa just sent me 2 cubes over to try. And this was the Coven. And the scent notes for this is sage, cardamom, woody pecan, vanilla and apple peel. And it was so good. Really enjoyed warming this. Really enjoyed that one. And then this one was a new one to me from Melissa. And this was Salt Mountain Melts. Oh, this is a really good one. This is Milk and Cookies for Santa. So this is eggnog, Mrs. Claus cookies and sugar cookies. And yeah, I really enjoyed warming this. It's the first one from Salt Mountain Melts I've had, but really enjoyed warming that. And then coming to the last of the waxes, this is only 4 of these left. These 4 are all lavender and speckles scents. So the first one is Icy Vanilla Woods, and this is complex notes of lavender, vanilla, woodsy and musk. And this is a really good scent. I cut 2 pieces into 3 pieces each, and then put 2 pieces in 3 warmers. Yeah, so I basically cut them into thirds and put 2 thirds in each warmer downstairs, and it was lovely. And the Bible verse on this one is, the steadfast love of the Lord never ceases, his mercies never come to an end, they are new every morning, great is your faithfulness, which is Lamentations 3:22-23. Next up is Peppermint Sugar Cookies. And this is the perfect Christmas cookie blend, sweet peppermint and warm sugar cookies. And I double bagged this as this bag is torn. I just did half of one of these in one of my warmers, and it's a really warm sugar cookie scent. And the Bible verse on this: Jesus said to him, I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me, which is John 14, chapter 6. No, chapter 14, verse 6. Then this one has the same Bible verse, so I'll do this one next. And this one is gingerbread and eggnog, which is sweet and slightly spicy gingerbread blended with strong eggnog and creamy vanilla bakery. Now, I know without smelling this, it's a bloody gorgeous one. It's right, it's like... I've not had eggnog since going vegan, but to me it's like sitting down with a glass of eggnog and a gingerbread cookie. It's just such a good combination. And then, oops, I'll pick that up in a minute. Then last of the waxes, we have Christmas Figgy Palo. And this is black plums, juicy fig, fresh balsam, spiced cinnamon, vanilla, and Palo Santo. And the Bible verse on this one is, and the Word became flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory, the glory as the only begotten. I'll start again. And the Word became flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory, the glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. John chapter 1, verse 14. And this one, this is another really good scent. It really, really is. So that's all my waxings. And yes, my diffusings. So I decided that I would do some diffusing because I haven't done it for ages. And I thought, do you know what, I've got all these diffuse oils and I haven't done any diffusing for months. Let's just do some. And it's great because it's virtually instantaneous scent. And I did a lot of these in the kitchen just because it really helps with the cooking smells, especially around Christmas time when you've got people popping in. So I will do these three first, as they're not scented ones. I did some amber perfumes, which was Spa, and this was one I picked up in Ibiza a few years ago. And it's a really nice scent. Really nice, clean, fresh scent. And it is like a spa type scent. So the name kind of gives it away. And I feel like I'm missing one. I am missing one. I will be back in a moment. I've just had a look and I'm not too worried because what I realised is, even though I don't know what I've done with the bottle of fragrance oil, it's actually been since the new year, so it shouldn't be included in these anyway. So yeah, I diffused some lime and clove from, it's not the White Company, it's basically the White Company knockoff by Boots, and if it will focus, yeah, so this is the White Collection, which is by Boots, and it's lime and clove, and this is lime, basil and sweet orange. So it's lime and clove, but clove isn't listed as a scent note. But this reminds me of Jo Malone's, I want to say lime, basil and mandarin. So, yeah, lime, basil and sweet orange. So, I would say that's a Jo Malone dupe. And then this one, also from the White Collection by Boots. No, I'm giving up. So this is Indian Island, and this is amber, vanilla and coconut. Now this is basically a knockoff of the White Company's Seychelles. And it's absolutely beautiful. Really calming and uplifting at the same time, if that makes sense. I think it's the vanilla and coconut and amber just combined. It is like being on a tropical island. Absolutely love that one. Then I did some peppermint and vanilla from Scentsy, and I don't have the scent notes on this, but I've got about just under half bottle left. This is pretty much just peppermint and vanilla. It's just such a nice combination. The peppermint is really fresh, but the vanilla just gives it that sweet warmth. Then I diffused some cherry or cinnamon cherry vanilla, and again, I don't have the description, but this is just, to me, it's like it reminds me of a Danish pastry, like that sweet pastry with the cherry on top. Really, really nice. And then I diffused through the Scentsy Father's Day collection from I don't know when. This is trademarked 2015 to 2022, so I'm going to say it's probably 2023, possibly. And I did all three. So we have Hero to Me, Forever Friend, and Motivator and Mentor. So Motivator and Mentor is spicy black pepper leads the way with the calming support of lavender and cedar. Now this is absolutely beautiful. If they did this in a full, this is a 5ml. If they did it in the full 15ml bottle, I would 100% buy a full size bottle. That's the only thing I find with the like seasonal 3-pack gift sets. If you find one you really like, you can't just get more of it. But this is such a relaxing scent. I don't think I'd get black pepper, but I definitely get the lavender and cedar. Such a good one. Then Forever Friend is bright orange zest, sweet vanilla and warm amber. Radiate like a comforting smile.
Someone is at the front door.
Oh, someone's at the door. Right. Well, that was a bit entertaining. Not entertaining, but neighbour's cat had gone missing New Year's Eve, and they could hear it crying down the side of my house. So they walked around a couple of times since then. I've been out in the garden, haven't been down the side of the house, and haven't heard anything. So glad I was home. Yeah. So Forever Friend, bright orange zest, sweet vanilla and warm amber, radiate like a comforting smile. It's not my favourite of the collection. It's nice, but Motivator and Mentor is definitely my favourite. Then lastly, Hero to Me, which is a burst of energising lemon, uplifts enduring notes of basil and geranium. And again, this is a really nice one. You get like the slightly floral, slightly herbaceous notes. So just a really good all-round scent. So that's what I've been warming and diffusing in December. So I'm just going to pop this aside and then I will be back with my empties. Right, now I'm back and I've sorted these bits out, so I'll try and do them in some form of order. I'll start with these just because they're here. So I've finished off some cotton wool pads. I use these for the small mini warmers or cotton wool balls, depending what's cheapest when I go to buy them. So yeah, I'll do the non-waxy stuff first, as that's the least bit. So I finished up my sample bottle of Diptyque's Trenta Quarter 34. This was the Eau de Parfum. That was really nice, really liked that. Oh, I don't know why I've got my vitamin D spray in there, but finished that off. Finished up a Fleur de Peau by Diptyque 10ml body balm. Oh, this is so nice. Fleur de Peau is basically French for skin flower, and to me it's not floral, but I don't really know how to describe it other than it's just a really nice scent. I would say it's definitely more feminine than masculine, but I really don't care. I think pretty much all Diptyque's fragrances are androgynous, so it's kind of unisex. So anyway, there's that. Used one of my old 3D Mighty Pine shaped 3D scent circles. I had a sample of Lush's Dream Cream body lotion, and I was just using this in the night when I went to bed on my hands and face, which was really nice. I need to keep that as you can take them back. I finished off Purdy and Fig Fab for Eau de Lou. Now I love the Purdy and Fig Eau de Lou. It's like just a toilet freshener. Great if you've got guests coming, as you can drop it in the sink as well. This was a winter edition they produced, which was Fab Fur. I wasn't overly a fan. It's taken me well over a year to use it. Well, I had it winter 2023. So it's like done. I'm done. It's done. It's gone. Great. Used or finished up luxury collection, which was I think Aldi. Is it Aldi? Lidl. Which was frankincense reeds. Really nice. There is still a tiny bit of fragrance on them, but virtually nothing. Then I finished off my Molten Brown Rejuvenating Arctic Birch Bath and Shower Gel. And the Molten Brown stuff lasts ages, just as you don't need a huge amount of it. It's so thick and rich. So there was that one. And then used up a Bath and Body Works Snowflakes and Cashmere Foaming Hand Soap. And the scent notes for this is vanilla, cashmere, cream, caramel, woods, and frosted clementine. This was really nice. I had this in the kitchen. It's a really nice, warm, invigorating scent. Well, not so much invigorating, but uplifting. And then I also finished off a marshmallow pumpkin latte. This one I had in the ensuite, and the scent notes for this are creamy pumpkin, toasted marshmallow, and warm praline. That was a really nice one as well. So that's all the non-waxy bits, which I'm just going to clear away to give me a bit more room for the waxy bits, and I will be back in a moment. Righty dokie, pig in a pokey, I'm back with the good stuff. So I finished off a pack of dinner candles, which I bought in the Netherlands back in October. So finished the pack of those. Then I finished, well, I say finished, burnt a Pringle Candle Daylight, which is white pumpkin. And this is just basically a scented tea light. But that was a really nice one. From Fox and Flame, so this is the Yuletide scent, which is like winter spices and spiced orange and clove. So that burnt really well. That was a woodwick one. Really liked that. Then I used up and finished off a Christmas Morning from DW Home. Now this one I've had, I think, about 3 years. Initially it wasn't very strong, but then it, after like the top bit burnt away, the fragrance really came through, and it's just because I've had it a few years and it's been uncovered in the drawer. But that, it's like fresh coffee with a dash of creamer. Really enjoyed that one. Then I finished off my Diptyque Roses. This was one of the smaller ones, the 70 grams. And again, burnt really well, really clean. So nice. And that to me smells just like fresh cut roses. It's not like a synthetic rose scent. It's a fresh, true rose scent. Then this was a Cath Kidston Christmas Wishes candle, and this was cinnamon, ginger and nutmeg, and it was in an absolutely beautiful vessel. And my mother wants this, so she can clean this out as well. She wants it, she can work for it. Then I went through a whole marshmallow fireside single wick candle from Bath and Body Works, and this is scent notes of toasted marshmallow, smouldering woods, fire roasted vanilla and crystallized amber. Such a good scent, absolutely loved that. Then I went through an All I Want for Christmas Advent candle, which was by Wax Lyrical, and it's the All I Want for Christmas scent, and it was disappointing. I gave up tracking the days I was burning because it's such a wide jar. To be able to burn it for the amount of time to get a full melt pool, there was no way you would get 24 burns doing a full melt pool. So I kind of started doing it every other day, which is why I then ended up giving up on the tracker. Because I thought, well, does it really matter? So scent wise, lovely scent. Performance wise, disappointing. Only because you had to burn it for too long. You wouldn't have got 24 full burns. But there we are. Then this one was from B&M, and it's the first kind of botanical type candle I've had, or that I burnt. I have one from Lower Lodge Candles Under the Bed, which I haven't burnt yet. Scent wise, this was really pleasant. I think it's clementine spice, and yeah, it's like spiced orange. Burn wise, it kind of did okay. It struggled a lot at the start, but then I popped it in like a candle holder, and it did do better, even though you can see it kind of melted a bit funnily, weirdly there. It kind of went bit odd, but I mean, it was cheap. I just bought one because it was cheap. I was like, oh, let's just try it, see what's like. Then this was from John Lewis, and the scent of this doesn't say, but I'm sure it was like winter spice. Oh, was it? I think it was like orange and clove. It's like a pomander scent. Really, this one did perform really well. Burnt right down to the bottom. So yeah, that's that one. And then on to the last two, you will be pleased to know, because this must be coming on for almost an hour, surely. Burnt through a Trim the Tree by Homeworks. And Homeworks ones generally perform really well. And nice scent. The scent notes for this one were mulled spices, roasted apple, pine, brandied cranberry, and blood orange. Such a nice one. Which I've actually had this one a while. And this one I've also had quite a while. And this is the Vanilla Woods. And this is sugared clove, fresh blue spruce, nutmeg, and vanilla bean. And this was one of the more luxurious ones that they did in a fancy glass jar. Mostly burnt really well. Scent wise, really nice, though vanilla oil does tend to discolour. But I mean, that's just the nature of it. So yeah, so that's what I've been warming, what I've diffused, what I've used up. And yes, so 2025 is the year I plan to try and declutter my home and my life and my brain. 2 out of 3 of those would be quite nice. So using with Google, using Martha's spreadsheet, if I can load it up, it was a bit of a shocker, to say the least, when I finished going through all my through all my waxes. Is this going? There we go. Home fragrances inventory. So, excuse me. I went through, and I was trying to be methodical. So I did all my open Scentsy, then all the vendor, then all the retail, and then I started rummaging under the bed. And yeah, so I went with taking it down to the lowest common denominator, which mostly is a piece of wax. So let me just grab my basket back a moment. So I've just grabbed my basket back. So for the purposes of tracking, and like I said, I went to lowest common denominator. So for me, I've gone with piece of wax. So that might be is it. So for the purposes of the spreadsheet, a Scentsy cube is a piece of wax, or a brick cube is a piece of wax. A Scentsy bar cube is a piece of wax. One of the lavender and speckles bunch shapes is a piece of wax. One of the little chunks of Sassy Girl Aroma is a piece of wax. You're getting the picture. Something like Salt Mountain Melts. Again, I don't actually know if this came as a souffle and Melissa chopped it up. Looking at it, I think she did. So, a piece of wax. So, the ones I had already, the souffles that I had off Melissa, that hadn't been chopped, I chopped up to take it down to pieces of wax. The only exception has been shot pots, which the whole shot pot is a piece of wax, and like the scooper balls, that's just a pot of wax. So that will be slightly harder to track. That might just be that it doesn't get taken off the inventory until it's actually finished up, or maybe I'll do it when it hits like 3/4 of the pot. I'll track that water is gone. So that kind of gives you an idea. So by the time I finished, I actually opened January with 5,550.75 pieces of wax. Now, as I said, a piece of wax can vary in size from like a small chunk up to a brick cube. But that kind of gives you an idea of what I'm working with, an obscene amount of wax. So, as I said, I do have wax coming from Melissa, which is fine. That's absolutely fine. Haven't bought that. There's no guilt there. And I did order before Christmas some wax, as I said, from the Essence Vault when I ordered some fragrance oils. So they are still to ship. So that it will all be added onto the spreadsheet. So January's roundup will probably see quite a large increase in the amount of wax. Though I have already used up 12 pieces, so currently down to 5,538.75 units of wax. As I said, there will be a drastic increase this month, but my aim is to try and get a net quarterly reduction in wax where possible. Overall, I mean, it's going to be an uphill challenge because I do like wax. But yes, so mammoth task of Project Use It Up. And Project Used Up goes for a vast array of other things I have in the house, such as I have a buttload of shower gel, I have a shed load of sensory soap and bath salts, and yeah, just stuff like that. I've got a load of different teas and a bunch of different coffees. So my plan is to try and use up as much as possible before replacing. So yes, so that's an insight to the challenge I have ahead of me this year. But yeah, so thank you for joining me this evening, and probably tomorrow I will, well, I say tomorrow, depends if the UPS turns up. If UPS turns up tomorrow, Saturday, then I will get that video recorded and update you on my spreadsheet. No, I won't. I won't update you on the spreadsheet totals, as that will mean I have to edit it while I'm recording the video, and I'm not doing that. Just because I'll have to add everything on, and just, yeah, I'll do that another day. So yeah, thanks for joining me this evening, and as I said earlier, I hope you had a fantabulous Christmas and New Year, and until my next video, I will catch you soon. Bye.